Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I have been doing Vlogmas the whole month of December and it's been a ton of fun. I'm going to keep doing that if you're enjoying them. I like to just kind of not talk about anything too serious and hang out with you. So you can look forward to more of those, but I am taking a break from vlogging to do kind of a more serious slash hopefully useful video. And I want to talk about, I'm going to stay in the holiday theme and talk about dealing with the holidays when you are LGBTQ and you fall under that umbrella and you're put into situations where you are going to have to spend time with family who maybe don't know or don't respect you as your gender identity, your pronouns, chosen name, that kind of thing. Or even if maybe you're going to like a friend or partner's family and you need to be stealth and that makes you uncomfortable. There's a whole lot of those types of things that just can cause extra stress to people during the holidays, if that applies to you. So the first thing I'm going to say, and really to me this is probably the most important thing I'm going to say, because most people don't say it or don't acknowledge it, is a valid choice. But if you are a person who is able to make the choice to not go home to unsupportive family, and that is what you personally want to do, that's what you're the most comfortable with, that is completely okay. You're not obligated to spend your holiday time with people that don't respect you. And I know that's tough, especially if you are a minor and your parents are going to tell you what to do anyways, or even maybe you're an adult but you're like in college or something and you're still living at home, or just that's where you're at in life. There's nothing wrong with that, but that can affect your ability to make those choices for yourself. But if that is a choice you want to make and you can make, it's okay. It's okay to say, you know what, you guys are kind of jerks to me and I would like to enjoy my holiday. That's an okay thing to say and believe, and there's nothing wrong with it. And hopefully you're not in a situation like that, but if you are, do what is the best thing for you. If you make that decision, hopefully you have other, either more extended family that are more accepting, or you have friends in their family where you can spend time with them for whatever holiday you celebrate. If you can't, or if like maybe you live far away from people who would be willing to do that and you can't afford to travel, look for community resources. I know of a couple things going on this weekend and next weekend in my own city that are basically that. They're holiday celebrations for queer folks who don't have family to go home to, or that they choose not to go to because those people are not respectful of them. So that's a thing that happens, and it's unfortunate that it needs to happen, but it's good that it's recognized in the community and people take care of each other as much as they can. Because, you know, the holidays can be stressful and like everyone is super busy. You're wrapping up your school and or work stuff. It can be a financial stress on people as they're like buying gifts for everyone that they want to buy gifts for, if that's what you do. It's just busy in general. Like I'm playing tomorrow night and I have a gig Sunday, and then I'm done with my Christmas season, which as a musician, like mine is super, super, super light, but it's still like extra rehearsals and extra things to do. It's just busy. And so having this like extra pressure of, I got all this stuff going on and it's stressful anyways, and now I have to go deal with these other people. So it's a real thing. People deal with it, and they shouldn't have to, but they do. So those are some things you can do that I support 100%. And I say that as someone who has a supportive family. I don't feel like I'm in a situation where I can't go home. But I also feel very lucky that way. And I always have friends who are very welcoming to myself anyways. So there's that. That's that whole like find your family kind of idea, which is, again, it's unfortunate people have to do that, but sometimes it's the healthiest thing to do is to break some ties sometimes. So I'm gonna say it. People think it's like mean and cold, but I mean, you can only accept so much from other people. So maybe you can't do that, or you don't want to. You want to try and continue building bridges with your family. That is also completely 100% valid and your choice, or as much as it can be your choice. Again, I know when you're a minor, sometimes you don't have as much say as you would like in these situations. One of the things you can do if you know that either you are not out to your family for whatever reason, or you know that it's going to be difficult because they're not, whether it's on purpose or not, they're not using your name or pronouns, at least consistently. Try to find like a buddy who is going to be available to like text or message you throughout the day. Understand that that person is probably also spending time with their loved ones who they might not see that often. So kind of establish some ground rules with each other. If you're that person, if you're being the ally, that is awesome. Feel free to say to your family, like, hey, I've got a friend who's kind of in this weird situation. If I'm on my phone, I'm not trying to ignore you, I'm just trying to help my friend. So they don't think you're being a jerk to them and, you know, all that stuff. Sometimes like this much communication can go a long way because we forget to do it or people are afraid to do it for some reason. But if I were sitting around at a holiday dinner with my family who I see like twice a year, and one of them said, oh hey, my friend's having some problems, so I might be texting them throughout dinner, I'd be like, you're a pretty great friend. I wouldn't be offended by that, so whatever. That's a really, really good solution if you have that as an option. Maybe you don't. Maybe you know you're gonna sit there, you're not gonna really have anybody that you can like text or message or check in with. And might be a situation where like your extended family doesn't know, so your family's like intentionally not wanting to talk to them about it, so you can make that decision if you out yourself or if you're like, I'm not dealing with that. It's okay. Try to find some like self-care kind of things you can do for you as soon as you're back in a safe space to do that. Whether that's like getting online and doing validating stuff through your social media, if you do art, if you exercise, whatever you do, like make sure that you've kind of pre-scheduled that time for yourself. And sometimes knowing that so many other people have to deal with this, like, again, it's not okay, but it can make it feel a little bit maybe easier to manage. And you can kind of partner up with your friends and be good friends and allies, if you use that word for yourself, and help each other out. And I don't know, hopefully I gave you guys a few strategies and just normalized this, because I don't know that, I mean, people talk about it, but it's kind of more like my family's terrible and I have to go deal with them, and then I'm kind of a solutions focused person sometimes. So hopefully I gave you some solutions or at least strategies to help get through that. And if you are a person who's like, I'm not dealing with it anymore, hopefully I made you feel more okay about that decision. Because I'm not afraid to say it. Like, it's great if you want to build bridges and build those relationships, but it's also completely fine to say, I'm not ready to do that right now, or I don't feel like it, or I want to spend the day doing stuff for me. Whatever you want to do. It's your holiday. It's your holiday too, is my point. But hopefully most of you don't have to deal with too much of that and actually have amazing families that are super supportive of you. So I'll be back to my Vlogmas tomorrow, and if you have specific things you want to share in the comments, please do, about how you manage dealing with family. And of course, as always, if you have like questions or topics you want me to talk about, you can leave those in the comments also. Have a great day.